Welcome, guys. And now we have with us our guest, Matias, Mendii, CEO's advisor and member of Blockchain, Dubai Blockchain Center, and founder of many other businesses. And I must say, entrepreneur since the age of 9 and does meditations till 1 p.m., right?
Yep.
Welcome to the show and thank you for being with us.
Hi, Hala. Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be with Love in Dubai.
Thank you so much. We're the sister company. We're Smashy TV, but we're all one. And today we would like to talk to you about crypto and the blockchain. And we would like to start, honestly, how would you describe the crypto scene, especially in the MENA region and UAE in particular, and especially that you were participating in AIBC Summit?
Yeah, I like to say that the scene itself, it's very big, it's very strong, it's been growing, I would say, by the day. And the UAE government is also very pro crypto and pro technology and pro blockchain, I would say. Obviously, they have to research those things and bring rules and regulations out gradually. But everything is happening on a very good pace, and I believe that UAE and Dubai will actually lead this pace in the future, especially now in the post-COVID time, once this is done, this chapter. And regarding the AIBC Summit, yes, so this was a fantastic conference. It was huge. There was like more than 4,500 attendees. And I'm really happy that Iman Pulis, who's the founder of the AIBC, that he actually chose Dubai for that. It was a very good strategic move. Also, I've met him about half a year ago before it was happening, because he'd been already planning it and all of this. To give some advices, he also chose the right venue. And also with this conference, a lot of people actually came to town.
Yeah,
like a lot of super top crypto guys, and like it's incredible. I mean, a lot of those people also, they register their businesses now in UAE, and things are just moving forward. It's a great future, and I believe it's just getting greater.
and better, exactly. You mentioned COVID. Can you tell us more how COVID affected this thing and even businesses? How do you think, and especially that you have multiple businesses as well and you're into crypto and blockchain, so how did that affect it?
Yeah, well, the COVID, I mean, a lot of businesses got negative affected, I would say, in general, but also the COVID brought something good with it, I would say. And this is like I would see it like a huge meditation, because a lot of the people, they've been alone and they were able to think outside the box and rethink themselves, rethink their life, kind of reset their mind, think about certain actions, why they did certain things. And what I've felt on the conferences is that all the people came back together in the free, reconnecting to each other, everybody fully motivated, everybody like with different kind of a mindset. I feel that people upgraded, and now they were really thinking about building things, cooperating together, like much more friendly, much more open than before, because the blockchain community is always like very creative, very open-minded. But now this time, like things, they just changed. So I believe also from what I heard that in the Miami Bitcoin conference, which was just last week and which was the largest crypto conference ever in the world, that the same thing happened there. And now there is a new type of energy there of people who just want to make things happen. And also the standard of work changed. Now everybody, even those traditional people who only know that they have to go to work every day, work behind the desk, now even their bosses realized that some of their stuff is maybe more productive and do a much better and greater job from home.
Yeah.
because at the end it's just to get the work done and fulfill the KPIs, and everybody's happy. And you know, I believe it's really it's great.
Yeah. And in terms of blockchain, how does blockchain help businesses and individuals as well?
There are a lot of aspects how it can help. Primary, I would say that the fundamental values of blockchain, I mean, there's thousands of tutorials and videos, and most people might know, but the main principle of blockchain is to solve the trust issues.
Yeah.
And trust issues means, like, for example, if I would tell you something and you would tell something to somebody else and this person to somebody else, maybe the whole message would change.
100%.
Yeah. And in the blockchain, imagine it's like the same information, it's stored on multiple sources, and it's like stored in a way that multiple parties have to actually confirm that a change was done. And undo old changes is not really possible. It is kind of possible if too many people like own more than 51% of the network, they could manipulate it, but because there are 10,000s of those validators, is actually not possible, and this is what makes it trusted. So if a new change happens, like if I tell something to person X and you as Hala confirm that you heard this and that you witnessed that this action actually happened, you will say, yes, this happened. And then there will be also 20 or 100 other validators who also will confirm it, and then it happens. So how this helps businesses now, this action? This helps businesses in terms of, it's not just for businesses, it will help also governments and all kinds of entities, but it will help them in terms of that corruption and just things which are changed by humans might not happen in the future, and it will help to automate process by scaling them, because the human validation is not important anymore, because there's a system which automatically validates things based on some type of consensus, based on some rule on how things have to be validated, and that's just beautiful. And this just will save a lot of time, like going to a notary and have to confirm some documents and some other things. All those processes, they will be pretty much automatically done.
True, but
that's just one thing. I can tell you another second thing.
Please, yes.
And I see also, I mean, we all see in the blockchain and crypto space a lot of projects which have actually more to do with hype, where some projects building value based on memes or based on funny pictures, which actually don't make sense, but because they go viral, they just capture many people, and then they see some coins and prices flying up. But this is only because many people join. But if those people, the last people who join, there's actually huge risk and a huge chance that they might lose the money, or that, and also those projects, they are not regulated. They are just done on some decentralized exchanges where everybody can just put his project and people can buy. And sometimes even the founders, they might do some scammy action and do some rug pull or something and just deplete the money. And this is actually the very wrong thing what's happening about blockchain. And I believe that this might actually destroy the good reputation and the good aspects of the crypto industry. And unfortunately, since this stuff is not regulated, it happens. The real use of the blockchain and those aspects would be, for example, and this is something which I believe in UAE will come very strong shortly, since also the regulations upgraded, and from the central bank, there's a lot of documents came up. Like there's one major document that has more than 80 pages. It's huge, which talks about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and all those payments. And I believe that the companies of the future, they will do something which is called security token offering. And those type of offerings is something like, let's say we have a company and it has 100% ownership. And now from this 100%, they will take, let's say 20%, and take this 20% and tokenize it. So now for this 20%, they can create those tokens. And let's say if I own 1% of this 20%, I will own like 0.2% of the total company, basically. But at the end of the day, there's also different ways on how to generate money. So now the 20% could have 1 billion shareholders. So imagine if Apple would tokenize 10% of their business and make 1 billion pieces. So 1 billion people, theoretically, if not somebody has multiple pieces, could be shareholders and get the dividends, like a little bit similar like in stocks, paid out. Just that the tokens are very easy transferable. So I believe this is the future, and this will apply to a lot of companies here, and I'm really happy.
That's a massive change and transformation, and a lot of people like still think blockchain is new to them. So how can they trust it, to be honest, and why would they consider it as a trusted approach as well?
How they can trust it? That's a good question. That's a really good question. One of the largest problems we have is that there's so much misinformation and in the internet, and that's why, for me, being also part of the Dubai Blockchain Center, I had a conversation last week with the founder. His name is Ralph from CV Labs, Crypto Valley, which just opened in DMCC, and they're also doing the Dubai Crypto Center. I think also it's in DMCC, which also inaugurated. So we've been talking, and the idea was to create something which is like a crypto map UAE, and it will happen very fast. It's like a very small job, I believe, 1 to 2 months this will be done. And the idea about this is for people not to get fooled, to make like a website, and on those websites there will be a map, and it will list all the projects which are proper registered, which are running from UAE, but they are not registered in UAE, but they are not scams, or some which are scams, and which can list if they are like even halal or haram, you know, because a lot of those projects, they generate also money through yields, and sometimes this is based on interest payments for borrowing, it's called, and lending money. And so this way, if this is very official, and also with the Dubai Blockchain Center, if we actually approve this, and I am very, very sure that I'm guaranteeing that we will approve this, because those are very serious people, and in the DMCC, of course, and then hopefully we can help with educating people even more, or have like a kind of quality mark for some of those projects, because really it's, for me, too sad to see, and it angers me actually when people invest their money into, not invest, when people who work actually hard and they have savings of like, let's say they make 5,000 or 6,000 or even 3,000 dirham, and every month they save 20%, and then they put all this saved money from 1 to 2 years into something, and then they go to zero. So these people, they get a mental breakdown. Their families can, like, the wife will go crazy, like nothing is possible. Maybe the kids cannot go to school anymore. Like it destroys life, and this actually harms the civilization and the whole community, and a lot, and the crypto sphere. So we must change this, and we're working on this.
I agree 100%. And that takes me to my next question, which is, how do I know which currency I should invest in?
That's another good question, Hala. Okay, so I can tell you, I'm not an investment advisor, but I made a lot of money with trading, like just for fun. But I would say the best things to invest is actually into projects which are for the long term, which have real use cases. For example, there are some blockchain. I can tell you guaranteed that I believe that Bitcoin will go to probably hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I'm talking in the long run. Let's see it over a few years. Some of my friends, they have like they are like whales. They have like 8 and 9 figures in Bitcoin, and they don't even care that if the price goes down from $60,000 to $20,000 or $30,000, because for them the dollar doesn't really have a value. They believe in the Bitcoin because they actually believe that the prices in the future, they will, not the prices, but they believe that the currency, like the USD, that will actually get the inflation, because, you know, the Feds, they're printing money like crazy, like trillions of dollars. It's like they press the printer button and then the money comes and then they put it in the system, and it's not natural, you know. Back in the day, there was gold put in the banks against the dollar, but now they don't have it anymore. And not now, it's been gone, this standard, I think, since 1970s sometime, when the Federal Reserve became private. So those guys, they believe actually that to hold Bitcoin, it's the real deal. I personally believe that it's good to have a portfolio which is mixed, to have Bitcoin, to have some real estate, to have maybe some gold somewhere hidden in the home, some physical gold, you know. And yeah, I would invest in Bitcoin, but also in some projects which have real use cases. Even to have company shares is a good thing if they are strong companies, because at the end, let's say the inflation happens, then also the products of the company will be sold for more, and the valuation of the companies also actually go higher. So to have those type of assets is safe.
Exactly.
Now I can give you guys one special tip,
yes, please.
which I absolutely believe on. There's a blockchain technology which is called Solana, and this one, it's, in my opinion, the fastest blockchain. And basically, there are now, in the recent hackathon, there are 12,000 projects getting built. And why I say this is because then you have other technologies, which, like Cardano, for example, which have billions of dollars market valuation, which been there since 4-5 years. And till today, they don't have a very serious use case. Okay, they want to become the currency for some governments, but at the end of the day, we just hear news and stories and hype. We don't see use cases. So on the Solana, basically the implementations which happening in real projects and real business cases are happening, and there are already hundreds out there and more are coming. So the technology is proven. It's very, very cheap, the transaction fees, and it's extremely fast. It's like 10,000, 20,000 times faster than Bitcoin itself. So it's like immediate speed. And I believe in the future, and this is for me all part of the future. And I believe with all those developers and 10,000s of people who actually make it grow, this is actually growing.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for all the great information and the personal insights as well.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. And also one more thing, guys. I'm also building my first official project, which I will also register through the Dubai entities. And I hope this will be an example of a good project in Dubai. And it's actually a celebrity token network where I will put a lot of people who can even be up to astronauts, and they will have their own small communities. Everybody will get an e-commerce web store where real items get sold, where like 50% of the profits go to the celebrities, to the influencers. And the best is 11% of every money which is coming will be donated to charities. And I hope that I will be able to make a monthly charity event, and this will be really, really great. And I really hope this will be nice for the UAE.
Amazing. See, that's the goal, like to be so rich that you can be able to give back as well all the time to the community and to everyone.
Absolutely. And you see, through blockchain, if you actually see that everything is connected and those payments are on a blockchain system.
Yes.
So there are something called, it's the smart contract. So this already has rules, parameters inside, which says that, let's say $100,000 come in, 11%, $11,000 goes to this wallet, 39% goes to the main bonus token to make it grow, and 50% goes to the celebrity as a reward
Yeah.
Because of him, it's possible. And now it's possible to track, to see exactly this 11-person wallet, see how much money is there. And then actually, once the charity event happen and we decide where we donate, which I will also make the community vote, then actually it's so transparent, so it's real, you know, because I like a lot of charities, but I know they take 50, 60,
100%.
70% of this management fees. For me, it's not scam, but it's like a little bit tricky. And I personally think transparency is very important, and let's the future come to us.
100%. I 100% agree, especially when it comes to charity. And there are so many concerns. Everyone have individual concerns about it because it's their money they're putting it. So hopefully blockchain will solve that as well. That's one of the problems. Thank you so much, Matias, for being with us. And it was a great interview. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same day.